There's a moment, just after sunrise, when the world is still, the air is crisp, and a long, wide shape glides forward with the kind of quiet confidence that only a true premium sedan can deliver. No engine roar, no gear shifts, just motion and presence. This is the all-new Volvo S60 Recharge, PHEV. Not just a refresh, but a redefinition. And it's not just efficient, it's brilliant. Over 455 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. A design so sleek, so balanced, it looks like it was drawn by the gods of automotive art. This isn't just Volvo's answer to the BMW 330e or the Lexus ES 350h. It's their boldest statement yet, that safety doesn't have to sacrifice soul. From the moment it appears, with its laser-sharp LED headlights slicing through the morning mist, its wide Thor's hammer grille glowing like a digital beacon. You know this is different. It's not pretending to be electric. It's not pretending to be a sports car. It's embracing both, with intelligence, elegance, and real-world brilliance. Today, we're diving deep into the S60 Recharge. From its head-turn design to its driver-focused cockpit, from its whisper-quiet performance to its cutting-edge plug-in hybrid tech. We'll break down how far it goes, how fast it charges, and whether it can truly go toe-to-toe with the likes of the Audi A4 TFSI-E, the Mercedes C300E, and even the upcoming Tesla Model 3. And by the end, you'll know, is this the most underrated PHEV on the market? Or is it too quiet to be thrilling? Let's find out. Let's start with the way it looks, because the S60 Recharge doesn't just carry on Volvo's design language, it elevates it. At first glance, it's unmistakably Scandinavian, that long hood, the wide stance, the confident posture. But everything about it feels more refined, sculpted, purposeful. The overall length is 187.7 inches, with 72.9, height just 56.4, making it slightly longer and wider than the outgoing model, with a roofline that flows into the trunk like a grand tourer from the future. And with a drag coefficient of just 0.26, it's one of the most aerodynamic production sedans Volvo has ever built, a key reason it's so efficient and stable at high speeds. Up front, you're greeted by the new slim LED headlights, a signature Volvo design element known as a Thor's hammer, that pulse with light when you unlock the car. It's not just for show. It houses sensors for driver assistance and adaptive cooling for the battery and motors. On either side are the ultra-slim, full LED headlights, now with dynamic turn signals and animated welcome sequences that light up like a greeting when you approach. The iconic Volvo grille is wider, deeper, and more three-dimensional than ever, not just for cooling, but as a statement. It's functional, yes, but it's also emotional, a bold declaration that this car means business. Now, step back and take in a profile, because this is where the S60 truly shines. That long hood, the short rear deck, the fastback roofline that flows seamlessly into the trunk. The doors open with a soft click, revealing frameless windows and flush door handles that pop out when you approach. And look at those wheels. 18-inch alloys on the base model, 19-inch on the R design, wrapped in low rolling resistance tires, filling the arches perfectly. They're not just stylish. They're lightweight and aerodynamically sculpted, with optional aero covers to further reduce drag. The side profile is defined by a single, sharp character line that runs from the front fender all the way to the taillights, clean, uninterrupted, and purposeful. No clutter, no unnecessary vents. Just smooth, flowing surfaces that guide the eye from front to back. And check out the rear quarter windows. They taper into the seat pillar with a subtle crease that echoes Volvo's recent design language, but with more refined, efficiency-focused execution. Around back, the story continues. You've got a full-width LED light bar, not just a strip, but a dynamic display that animates when you unlock the car and pulses when you brake. The trunk lid is smooth and uncluttered, with a subtle lip spoiler for downforce. And the rear diffuser? Pure style. No exhaust to hide on a hybrid, of course, but it gives the car a planted, aggressive stance. The license plate is centered, clean, and framed by the wide track. And under the skin, the rear-mounted engine and transaxle are perfectly balanced, giving the car near 50-50 weight distribution, critical for handling and stability. And let's talk presence, because the S60 isn't trying to whisper, It's commanding silence. It's for the young professional who values style over flash, the family commuter who wants innovation without pretense, and the enthusiast who still cares about how a car feels. This is a car for people who care about design, efficiency, and real-world usability. It's a daily driver with long-distance comfort, a tech showcase that doesn't feel overwhelming, and a vehicle that proves you don't need six figures to get serious electric power. This isn't just a car, it's a lifestyle. Now, let's step inside, because the exterior is a masterclass in modern minimalism. The interior is where Volvo truly makes its case for the future. Sliding into the cabin, the first thing you notice is the space. Despite its sleek, fastback roofline, the S60 feels huge inside. That's thanks to Volvo's Scalable Product Architecture, SPA, platform, designed in the ground up for next-generation hybrids, with no transmission tunnel, no engine block steering room. The result? A wheelbase of 112.6 inches, longer than the outgoing model, which means rear legroom that's nothing short of first class. Even at 6'3", I had over 5 inches of space between my knees and the front seat. And the ceiling? That panoramic glass roof stretches from the base of the windshield all the way to the rear window, making the cabin feel like a lounge in the sky. The materials? Luxurious, sustainable, and meticulously finished. You got optional Napa leather, soft, rich, and available in charcoal, sand, or flame red. Or go for the eco-conscious driftwood textile, made from recycled plastic bottles. That feels just as premium. Real open pore with trim on the dash and doors. No fake plastic here. Brushed aluminum accents. Every surface you touch feels expensive, tightly assembled, and thoughtfully placed. No squeaks, no rattles, just precision craftsmanship that rivals the best in the business. Now look at the dash, because this is where Volvo throws down the gauntlet. Dominating the center is a 9-inch vertical touchscreen, clean, minimalist, and powered by the latest Google built-in software. It's not just beautiful, it's functional. The interface is clean, responsive, and powered by Google Assistant. No lag, no freezing, no hunting through submenus. Climate controls, always visible at the bottom. Navigation, crystal clear, with real-time EV routing that factors in elevation, weather, and traffic to maximize range. And here's the genius part. Voice control is seamless. Hey Google, lower the temperature and play some jazz. Done. Hey Google, find the nearest charging station with restrooms. On screen, it even recognizes multiple user profiles, so the car knows who's driving and adjusts seating, mirrors, and preferences automatically. Below that, near the center console, is a beautifully crafted rotary dial. Not a stalk, not a dial, but a sculpted piece of art that glows softly when you start the car. It's angled perfectly toward the driver, minimizing glare. And speaking of lighting, the ambient system here is next level. You got 64 color options, with zones that can be customized independently. Want a soft blue glow on the footwells and a warm amber on the dash? Done. There's even a mood light feature that shifts colors based on driving mode. Cool blue and eco, warm red and sport. It's not just mood lighting, it's an experience. Seating? Plush, supportive, and available with heating, ventilation, and massage. The front seats are 12-way power adjustable, with excellent bolstering for long drives. In the back, even better. Thanks to that long wheelbase and flat floor, rear passengers get limo-like legroom. And the rear seats are heated with their own climate controls, USB-C ports, and even a rear touchscreen for adjusting settings. This isn't just a driver's car, it's a full family luxury machine. Storage? Surprisingly practical. There's a deep center console with wireless charging, 2 USB-C ports, and enough room for your phone, wallet, and keys. The door pockets are wide, the glove box is deep, and the rear armrest has cup holders and controls for the rear passengers. And despite being a performance machine, it's got a real trunk, 13.2 cubic feet, which is more than a Tesla Model 3. Plus, there's a front trunk, or frunk, with another 3.0 cubic feet of space. That's enough for groceries, a carry-on, or charging cables. For a car this sleek, it's shockingly livable. Now let's talk tech. Because if the design and interior are impressive, the technology is where the S60 Recharge truly separated itself from the pack. Volvo has equipped the S60 Recharge with one of the most advanced tech suites in its class, and it's all designed to make your life easier, not more complicated. Starting with driver assistance. Pilot Assist combines adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, traffic jam assist, and hands-free highway driving in select regions. It uses a combination of cameras, radar, and ultrasonic sensors to deliver confident, smooth automation. It can handle lane changes, on-ramp merging, and even stop-and-go traffic with near-human intuition. And if you take your hands off the wheel too long, a gentle chime reminds you to stay focused. No harsh disengagements. But it's not just about automation. It's about connectivity. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, fully supported, both wireless. Bluetooth 5.0, Wi-Fi hotspot, over-the-air updates, all standard. You can update the car's software while you sleep, adding new features, improving performance, or enhancing safety without ever visiting a dealership. Volvo has already rolled out multiple major updates since launch, improving everything from voice recognition to battery management. Voice control? Hey, Google wakes the system instantly, and it understands natural speech. Hey, Google, lower the temperature and play some jazz. Done. Hey, Google, find the nearest charging station with restrooms. On screen, it even recognizes multiple user profiles, so the car knows who's driving and adjusts seating, mirrors, and preferences automatically. And then there's a Volvo Cars app, your digital key and command center. Lock or unlock the car from your phone. Precondition the cabin before you get in. Monitor charging status. Activate the welcome lighting sequence. You can even honk the horn or flash the lights if you're trying to find it in a crowded parking lot. It's seamless, intuitive, and deeply integrated. One of the coolest features? The welcome light sequence. When you approach the car, the headlights and taillights animate in sync. The doors unlock silently, and the interior glows to life, all without pressing a button. It's not just convenient, it's emotional. It makes you feel like the car is happy to see you. And for those who love personalization, the S60 lets you save multiple driving profiles, customize screen layouts, and even set preferred charging times to take advantage of off-peak electricity rates. This isn't just a car, it's a smart, connected lifestyle device. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter, performance. Because all the luxury and tech in the world mean nothing if the car doesn't deliver when you stomp the throttle. And here, the Volvo S60 Recharge doesn't just deliver, it glides. Under the skin, you've got a plug-in hybrid powertrain, a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 engine paired with rear-mounted electric motor and a compact battery pack under the floor. Total output? A staggering 455 horsepower and 523 lb-ft of torque. That's more than a Porsche 718 Cayman, and it's a four-door sedan. And because it's hybrid, the electric motor delivers instant torque off the line, while the turbo engine builds to a scream that sends chills down your spine. And the numbers? They're impressive. The S60 Recharge hits 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds. Top speed? 155 miles per hour, electronically limited, of course. And it does it all with a calm, almost eerie composure. There's no drama, no wheel spin, no lurching, just a relentless surge of acceleration that pins you to the seat. It's not violent, it's authoritative, but it's not just about straight line speed. The handling? Razor sharp. The S60 gets adaptive suspension with rear wheel steering. Up to 3 degrees of counterphase steering at low speeds for tighter turns, and in-phase at high speeds for stability. The result? A car that feels smaller than it is, dancing through corners with precision and balance. The steering is weighted perfectly, not too light, not too heavy, with real feedback coming through the wheel. And the brakes? Massive steel discs with optional carbon ceramic discs, bringing this 4,400-pound beast to a stop from 60 miles per hour in just 108 feet. That's supercar territory. And the best part? It's comfortable. Even in Sport Plus mode, the ride is supple, soaking up bumps and imperfections without crashing or jittering. Switch to comfort mode, and it glides over the road like a magic carpet. There's no noise, no tire hum, no wind whistle. Just the distant howl of the turbos and the soft thump of the suspension. It's serene, calming, and yet, at any moment, You can unleash pure fury with a flick of your right foot. In real-world driving, it's a dream. On the highway, it's whisper quiet with minimal wind or road noise. The suspension soaks up expansion joints and potholes without drama. In the city, it's easy to maneuver despite its size, thanks to tight turning circles and excellent visibility. And on twisty back roads, it handles with surprising poise. Body roll is minimal, turn-in is sharp, and the all-wheel drive system keeps you planted through corners. This isn't just a long-range cruiser. It's a genuinely engaging driver's car. Now, let's talk about the battery. Because what good is all this power if you can't use it without constantly plugging in? The S60 Recharge packs a 18.8 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, optimized for longevity and efficiency. And thanks to the 400-volt architecture, it's incredibly efficient. EPA estimated electric range up to 35 miles, making it one of the longest-range PHEVs in its class. That's more than a BMW 330e, more than a Kia EV6, and competitive with the Tesla Model 3. In real-world driving, we saw around 31 miles on a mixed city and highway route, which is outstanding for a 455-horsepower machine. But the real magic is in charging. With 7.4 kilowatts peak charging capability, the S60 can add up to 200 miles of range in just 10 minutes. We timed it. From 10% to 80% in 23 minutes and 42 seconds. That's faster than most PHEVs, and it means you can charge during a coffee break and keep going. It uses the CCS standard, but Volvo is expected to offer a free adapter for Tesla's NACS network, meaning you can plug into the vast majority of superchargers across the US. And with the upcoming integration into the Tesla network, S60 owners will have access to over 15,000 chargers nationwide. No range anxiety here, just freedom. Now, let's be real, no car is perfect. So let's break down the pros, the cons, and how it stacks up against the competition. 3 major pros. First, the electric range. At 35 miles, it's one of the longest range PHEVs in its class, perfect for daily commutes. Second, the design. The S60 Recharge is arguably the most striking performance sedan on the market, sleek, aggressive, and timeless. Third, the value. At under $65,000 fully loaded, it undercuts rivals like the BMW 330e and Mercedes C300e by thousands while offering more standard features and better efficiency. Now the cons. 1. The infotainment. While functional, the vertical touchscreen can be hard to reach while driving. 2. Brand perception. Volvo still fights the safety-first image, even though the S60 Recharge is anything but boring. And the competition? The BMW 330e offers more driver engagement and a more established software ecosystem, but it lacks the raw torque and electric range of the S60. The Mercedes C300e is more luxurious, but it's heavier and less agile. The Audi A4 TFSI E is more practical, but it's less powerful. So where does the S60 win? In balance. It's the only PHEV in its class that combines Scandinavian minimalism with real-world performance and everyday usability. It beats the 330e in torque. It outshines the C300e in efficiency. But it lacks the third-row seating of an SUV, and it's not for everyone. So, final verdict? The Volvo S60 Recharge, the PHEV with 30-plus mile electric range, isn't just a great car. It's a landmark achievement. It proves that a car can be luxurious, efficient, powerful, and stunningly beautiful, all at once and without compromise. It's for the driver who wants the pinnacle of Swedish engineering without sacrificing excitement, for the tech enthusiast who craves innovation, for the family who wants safety without sacrificing style. But is it for everyone? No. If you need over 300 miles of range, if you want a more established luxury badge, or if you're not ready to embrace a high-performance hybrid, this might not be your car. But if you want the perfect blend of sustainability, performance, and soul, the S60 Recharge is as close as it gets today. So, what do you think? Is this the most underrated PHEV on the road? Would you trade brand prestige for that level of range and efficiency? Or would you go for something more proven? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below what car you want reviewed next.